welcome in. Good evening, whenever you're watching this. So, I have a couple of notes from this message. I have four pre pulled tarot cards out, and I felt so called to give a reading on this. So, happy holidays if you just celebrated Christmas or any holiday of yours, okay, depending on who's watching. There's all types of different holidays happening at this time. Okay, some holidays I can't even probably pronounce. So to make sure I'm not butchering anything, just happy holidays to all celebrating at this time. Okay, this message is for anyone who is a subscriber, a viewer, a supporter. If you resonate with any of my YouTube shorts, it's where I get a lot of my audience from here on this app, at least, is from those YouTube shorts. Thank you. These are longer readings for you to be able to dive deeper into the energy, into the message. If you resonate with me as your tarot reader for today, I'm simply someone who is intuitive, uses my gifts, my skills to tap into the collective field of energy and anchor in and pull out the best messages here for you that will help you apply them directly to your life. So that's the thing with me here is I don't just get online to give messages because it's just fun for me. I genuinely am guided by the divine to give these messages to anchor in steps, hope, encouragement, and not just hopeful, wishful thinking, but tangible results that you can bring into your reality by anchoring in this data that I'm going to be pulling in for you into your own life. So let's get started. You're leading in harmony. If you resonate with this message, you could be any sign, but here are the signs coming through: Leo, Aries, Libra, and all of the fixed signs. So that includes Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. I have it all written here. But specifically, Leo, Aries, Libra, and then any fixed signs energy here: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. And of course, that includes Leo too, but I mentioned Leo first. So also the planet here, that's very symbolic. This is all very, very connected to the message today. So this is why I'm saying this, okay? And why I'll always get these notes out. Jupiter is a very, very, very powerful presence in your life. So here's what I'm getting off the bat. I'm getting a lot of downloads now. So whoever's watching this now or later, we're very connected, okay? And Spirit makes sure I get these messages through so you can receive this here. Okay. So we got intense focus and manifestations. And I really feel Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, leadership, right? A lot of these different topics are all under Jupiter's grasp, right? Jupiter's a huge planet. Anything that it touches expands. This could even be negative emotions. If Jupiter's touching that area in any way, shape, or form in your astrology birth chart here, that area will expand. So this is a time period, especially I'm hearing for the next 3 to 4 weeks, to really aim your energy in the right places. If you feel restless, use that energy wisely. If you feel like, well, I can't rest anyway, I might as well go for a run. I might as well go for a walk. I might as well go outside. I might as well go connect with a family member. I might as well call someone that I really care about. Use that restless energy to aim it and redirect it. Okay, this is about intense focus at this time. I'm going to show you the cards that are here. We've got Six of Wands, Four of Wands. We've got Justice, which is really powerful. And then the Wheel of Fortune actually fell out right as I was prepping this reading. So that's more of a newer energy that I just pulled out on this spread. I really don't need too many other cards because these are very, very powerful energies just off bat. I'm hearing mind, body, and spirit is expanding on a level like never before. And you are amongst the first wave of human beings on this planet who have this energy available and accessible to you. Point blank, period. That's the premises of this message. Okay. This is really, really powerful stuff here. So if you don't resonate, it's very simple. You just scroll off and you go find literally 1,000 other videos that are probably for you. Now, if you do resonate, there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of information always here on this channel for you. And I do mean always, 444, as I said that here. Okay. So I'm going to write 444 down. That's another huge synchronicity symbol, okay, coming through here. So there has been a timeline jump. You took a risk, Okay. You've been leading by example. I'm going to drop a small message about this energy too, about you being somebody who's a powerful leader. You're definitely someone who has led by example. And you're definitely somebody who has a very specific lifestyle routine, or even let's just say a really very specific self concept. The way that you view yourself, right, is very confident, is very courageous. And this could be why a lot of doors are opening up for you. I'm telling you, I'm feeling this strongly. A door has been opened by the divine realm for you to step through, and nobody can get in your way. Let's say that a door has opened up for a blessing like a new job, a blessing to receive something that you really need. This could be resources, this could be a car that could be included in resources, Spirit is saying. There's been a door that has been divinely opened here. I'm hearing second house. Second house is assets, values. Okay, that's a money house. Okay, but I'm also getting that it's ruled by Venus for a reason. So what I'm getting here is the way you've been presenting yourself, both online and in person, is very professional, but also very authentic. You have a good balance of, as I'm talking about that, literally, you have a good, those are the scales of balance here, of being professional, but at the same time carrying this authentic vibe about you where people still know you're not putting on some professional mask in order to get your way. It's not like salesy. And even if it was, like, still this energy is very powerful, but you don't come off that way. Maybe even if you are a salesman, saleswoman, or a business minded individual, let's just say an entrepreneur, you still don't carry this energy up front. Like, people don't feel like you're trying to sell something or you're trying to get something from them. They feel like you're trying to give your most authentic connection forward. I feel like I'm hearing best face forward. You're someone who really cares about your presentation. Okay. And it's not because you care about what people think, you care about people. And you know that people subconsciously judge you off of your first appearance, your first impression. You make sure you're impressionable, and this is beautiful. You could be anyone here, masculine, feminine, both at the same time, like whatever you truly resonate with. Okay, this is for the soul. The bottom of the deck here. I love this deck, by the way. I could use this deck forever and be happy with it. It's just so, messages for me at least come through so easy. So with the 7 of Wands here, family, that's more fire energy. It's a lot of fire here. I really feel as we're stepping into 2026, the Chinese zodiac year is going to be in the, what is the animal? The fire horse. And there's a lot of speed here. There's a lot of, I'm hearing dynamic energy. And there, but something about speed, I feel like things are going to rev up and move very quickly within the next few days. I really feel that. And for some of you, it's already happened. You're already feeling things speed up. You're waking up feeling better. Spirit gave me a download to whoever's going to be resonating with this. A lot of y'all are already very connected to me from all of my other platforms, because I'm not here mainly. This is like one of my extra for fun platforms. Okay. So you already know I've been reading similar energy to this, but it's never hit this level of true confidence. I'm telling you, this is the window, the period, the moment of time you're most accessible to your manifestation. This is really whatever you want to bring in. You really just have to call for it. My car is coming to me. God is going to find a way for it to happen. I don't have to worry about how. I just got to stay believing, knowing, and faithful in the now moment. That's all that it takes. This is what I'm giving. This is what I'm getting, but I'm hearing this is what I'm giving. So there's something about spirit giving something to you too. I'm really getting this vibe where you just have to stay confident, courageous, and in harmony, in balance with your leadership quality. You're a leader. And this is why the universe comes in to ensure you have justice. This is justice on your side. Literally, karma in form is what I'm hearing. Take that as that resonates, y'all. Truly. Only take the parts of these readings that really correlate to your timeline, because I am touching up on a lot of different people who are watching me. If you do want to book me for a one on one call or a pre recorded tarot message that is just for you and only for you, and it could be upon any topic, make sure to hit my link down below where you can book me and get your New Year's reading, your January reading, or any type of reading that you would like to do. I pretty much can answer all types of questions as long as they're appropriate. Okay. So I'd love to help you out using some of my services that I provide. Okay. So I have all types of services, small services like text message readings, emailed readings that you could get the same day. Very cheap price for that. I actually added that new service recently. Or you can go in and get a deep dive for me, something like this where we really go in. Okay. So continuing, when the wheel fell out, I really felt called to write down Jupiter because Jupiter begins this reading here, Jupiter in Leo, and then we have Jupiter ruling the wheel here. So there is some type of unfolding in your destiny at this time, a real life unfolding that you've been brought to. I'm hearing you've been brought to this unfolding at this time. And there's not anything you have to do other than stay in the frequency that has helped you move forward. And what is that frequency? Hope, alignment, you really believing in what you put forward, you putting your clothes on with the most confidence and knowing when I step out this door, it's not about me consistently being looked at, but I know that when I am looked at, people will see the gold in me. People will see the spark in me, the divine spark that I have to give. This is that type of energy. You're going to know if this is you because you have a divine confidence. It's almost as if someone would ask you, right? For example, collective, which is you, viewer, which is you, you know, insert name here, if you will, you know, what are you wearing or how do you, where do you go to get that cologne? Where do you go to get that perfume? And you're like, honey, this is just normal dollar store XYZ. This is normal Walmart, Target XYZ. Like you're not a person that even has to overdo when it comes to the way you smell, the way you look, the way you present yourself, because there is a spark behind your confidence. There's a spark behind of the way you put it on, what you're thinking when you're putting your clothes on. Just knowing it's just my energy. I simply just have that divine frequency and I'm able to embed that in each and every one of my daily habits, routines, and actions. So you're a person who has been very action oriented and you've been in true alignment. You're leading in harmony. That's the premises of this message here. Let's get some new energy on the table. I also have my big old stack of oracle cards that I write out myself. So I'll be pulling some more messages towards the end of this reading. I'm also going to be making this one a little bit shorter so I can hop on for Capricorns for their own message here live on this YouTube. Okay. Thank you for all of your supports. I'm going to be celebrating my birthday in January and it's coming up really soon. Okay. I'm also a Capricorn. That's why I read for Capricorns mainly here. But this will always have collective tarot or tarot message. That's how you know it's for anybody. So if y'all want to, send me a gift, a donation, also for the upcoming birthday, you can always do that too. Very thankful for any and all support sent my way ever, ever, ever. I do this 24/7. Give me one more, spirit. This is really powerful energy. It just really feels like the universe is propelling you forward and allowing you to continue to stay in that alignment here. And you're by allowing, you're being protected. That's the allowance. That's the clear way for you to be able to keep stepping forward. This is that type of protection that you will hear about. If someone steps in your way and says, you can't go there, I'm not going to let you get to this level of confidence. And let's just say they're not saying that, but their actions are saying that louder than their words are. The universe will catch on to that and literally yank that bitch by the neck out of your timeline. Because the wheel here is about timeline switches here, about things occurring in your reality that weren't there before, but it's because you're in a new timeline where those doors are being presented to you. Literally, as I keep holding this card up, I really like this energy. When I saw these cards fly out, I say, hold up, I'm definitely going to need to hop on live for this one. Make sure to comment below so I know whose messages these are. I know not all of you are the type to do that. Some people, trust me, I get it. You might feel most comfortable just watching in silence, but please feel free to. This is a protected space. Literally, I pray over this space, over this online page all the time. So you're safe. No weapon formed against you, me, or my collective who supports me shall ever prosper. It won't prosper. We're literally all like light beings and angels here gathering together. You know what I'm saying? Only us, I'm hearing, like when we do this, Spirit's going to protect these messages in a way where you will have you don't have any fear, okay, to comment anything going on that correlates to your timeline. You feel me? Just in general. However, I do have a private page, a private exclusive members only, and that's also on my Patreon. So that's going to be the Patreon links. One link will have all access to all of the links, all of the information, a book, and everything. But I do drop private Patreon readings. I dropped a powerful message about a day ago or 2 days ago, and there's over 70 to 80 plus free readings, videos, teachings, everything. It's like my vaults, my school of knowledge, if you will. So you can go over there on Patreon, become a member, and you'll be able to access all those goods. Okay. Can also talk to me through that app a lot more since it is private. Okay, so to finish off this message here, we have Knight of Cups. We have, what is this? Seven of Cups here in the Sun. So there's a lot of Leo energy with the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. You have a huge blessing manifesting in your life in the physical form. This is something that's going to be brought to you naturally. There's going to be steps to take in order to get to this place, right? But it's not going to feel like a long ass journey. This is going to be quick. The speed of which you're going to be receiving a lot of this depends on how you are moving through what you feel. Let's say you wake up, tomorrow and you don't feel as confident as you are showing up here. How are you going to take that day? You're gonna let's just say, for example, you're gonna cheer yourself up and find ways throughout the day to jump back into that energy the best way you know. Or are you going to say, well, sheesh, I don't feel this way, so I'm just gonna be, rude to everyone. It's all free will at the end of the day, but there is one choice that's going to help you stay in lead as a leader, right? And then there's another choice that kind of makes you like everybody else, a follower. Somebody who, I'm hearing misery loves company. That's a lot of the world right now. There's someone miserable. They see someone like you coming through, and they have a choice. I help make this person's day, I get out of their way, or I try and do something that's going to make them feel miserable, like quote unquote that person, right? Me, not me, but figuratively speaking, somebody who is miserable is going to have those opportunities to change their energy by coming into contact with you. That's what I'm getting here. This powerful energy you're in is because God is moving through you. That's very, very powerful that this is coming through. God is moving through you. It doesn't mean you're perfect, doesn't mean you're better than anyone, but it means that you really move with integrity. You move with conviction. You know what you're doing, right and wrong. You're always reflecting and you're correcting as well. You're correcting yourself. So this is why karma is on your side, because karma knows, don't worry. This one right here thinks about what they do before they do it. And even if they make a mistake, they do their best to never make it again or find new ways to change that energy and stay in lead. I'm telling you, you're already a leader. It's about staying in alignment with this energy. Somebody is also very confused about how they feel about you, or you could be confused about how you feel about someone else. Okay, this could be somebody very confident as well. If you are dealing with another individual, I won't get too much into it, but I do like to touch on it. Once again, you can book me to get into anything that you would like to get deeper into, a deep dive into. But there is someone here who's very passionate and seems to have a lot of options, or there's a lot coming up in life, making it very difficult to focus on relational things, emotional things, even though this is a person. This could be you or them. I could be saying you and it's people around you, them, or vice versa. Duly note that too. All right. But take what resonates, place it where it does fit. Just don't force it to fit. That's my only request. So we do have Scorpio energy here. Like I said, I did pick up on the fixed signs. We do have Venus Scorpio here. So there is some sort of transformation regarding the heart, regarding values, regarding beliefs, regarding blessings in general, like material blessings. It's giving Christmas energy. People give gifts, that type of energy. There could have been a lot presented recently. Okay. I'm just getting this message. It's just like wanting to come through. Yeah, confirmation burp. There was definitely this presence here that made you feel pressured. It was almost like a situation that a lot was presenting itself at once. And even though you have this impeccable intuition, I feel like you got confused between staying on your path or opening up to like all these brand new things. And as I'm looking at the timer, it literally just clicked off of 144. You are definitely somebody who is considered quote unquote a chosen one. You're definitely somebody in your family who is different, meant to be different, meant to think different here. You have a lot of passion, and somebody's definitely passionate about you. This could be a Scorpio in your energy, possibly a Leo. You could be a Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Libra. You don't have to be, but on the table, off bat, I'm getting big time, huge Leo energy, Libra energy, Aries, and Scorpio. Okay, this is giving fifth house energy. This is giving eighth house energy. So we got creativity here. We got leadership. We've got coming together to create something beautiful. This is divine creative intelligence. Okay. And it's like you're being put in some sort of positioning, and I heard this when I was literally getting ready earlier. I heard superposition, and I was like, what does that mean? Spirit was like, I'm literally giving you messages for the collective. They're being super positioned right now. This is like a positioning in life, in reality, in your destiny, where a lot is opening up. And you really, really have to start using your intuition on a level that you've never had to use it before. I'm talking about you will be given blessings, but sometimes they come all at once and you have to choose what is most in alignment with where my heart is at right now. Because when I asked God, or when I asked the divine for what I wanted before, my heart was in a different place with things. And you grow, right? So then sometimes those doors open, and the challenge isn't whether they were going to ever open or not. God always wants to open up doors for you. It'll be about what you decide once there's more opportunities and options than just one. For example, let's say some of you have been praying for new friendships, let's say even new relationships, love, romance type stuff here. When those start coming in, when multiple people start asking you, let's just say asking you out, you have decisions to make then. All right. You either go on a date with every single person who's asking you out, or you clarify, okay, I got three, let's just say, for example, I got three requests to go on a date, three different people, right? These two people are amazing, but I see them as friends. This person is an actual candidate for someone I could literally see myself eventually loving or falling in love with their energy type shit, right? Spirit says, and you know who I'm talking about, and you know what this is about for whoever's resonating, because this is coming up for a reason, always does, okay? So it's the same thing with money. It's the same thing with opportunities. You could be trying to get two jobs, or you looked into two, three, four jobs. Let's say they all call you back and they say, "Hey, we'd love to have you and hire you on." And you're like, "Oh shit, I can only do literally one job in my schedule." So now you have options, and now you have to really look at the information and the details. That's the thing here, is what I'm getting. You're getting to the nitty gritty and the detail behind the doors that are opening up at this time. And you're in full authority and power to do this here. You have manifested something very, very powerful in your life. And this is through your physical force, your vitality, and your aura is attracting this at this time. I'm going to leave it here for now and just post some ending messages so I don't keep going on, y'all, because this energy is so, so good. I'm going to be doing a Capricorn reading next, okay? Show me some messages here to close out on, spirit guidance messages here. Truth on the table. Okay, I'm telling you, this is also spirit letting me know that all of this information today is highly backed up. It's backed up by the divine realm. This really needed to get out, is what I'm hearing. And then we got the tower. There you go with that Mars energy. Okay, so I am getting that there is some sort of, I'm hearing unveiling. This doesn't feel like secrets exposed as much as this feels like aspects of yourself revealing themselves, aspects of yourself finally coming to the surface and being able to be seen. Yeah, Riri type aura, billionaire. I've actually haven't pulled this card in a very long time. I have a card that gives Tyler energy and a card like this that gives Rihanna energy. Okay, so Rihanna is a Pisces, and I know she has her first house, Leo and Lilith. So this is what makes her extremely magnetic in the era, in the, I heard era, but in the areas of creativity, music, beauty, femininity, attraction, quality. You have this vibe, whoever I'm speaking to, like, look, perfect time. Something is arriving in perfect time. Something is unfolding body within your personality in perfect time. I'm telling you, you give Riri energy. You literally give Rihanna energy. Think about it. How people perceive Rihanna generally is a very, very powerful artist, somebody who doesn't even have to make music all the time to have all of her fans waiting. I mean, this woman hasn't dropped music in forever. I'm talking about ages. It's been a very long time. And she literally has most of the planet who loves music waiting on her. They're just like, whenever you're ready, love, we're waiting on you. So to have that energy is powerful because anyone else would be easily forgotten. Who cares? There's so many artists and people making music, right? But when it comes to Rihanna, it's like the world is like, no, you can't be replicated. This is the message is being mirrored to you. It's not about Rihanna, but her energy and why it's coming up is you have a similar power. I'm hearing siren energy. You have a very, very magnetic presence. This is a dope ass reading. Definitely advise one of you, if you feel called, to look into my prices to get a private reading, a private message, one on one. You definitely should, because this is really powerful, good energy too that is unfolding. Look, we're entering a year 10, a year one, if you will. In numerology, 2026 breaks down to a 10, which breaks down to a 1. You have new chapters, okay, unions and new beginnings occurring at this time. This is so in alignment with the energy I was just looking into for 2026, okay? This is your message. Stay focused. All right. Know that you are in manifestation mode right now. It's not with anything you have to do different. It's about staying in the energy you feel yourself to be in now, especially if you feel good, you feel confident. Doesn't mean that the days are perfect. It means you're confident enough to know my days get better because that's just how God loves and favors me. Period. I love you all. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy this message and make sure to comment below. Okay. Thank you for all of your support on this channel. And I will be back in a few minutes for Capricorns Live.